Alright everybody, welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. When we left off, we were literally just about to fight Alexius. Like, that is where we stopped. Is right at that fight with Alexius. I don't know if it auto-saved while I was in the room, or if it auto-saved just outside the room. We have to go through the cutscene again, but we will see once we jump in and find out. Who knows? Towards that building, because as soon as I hit the button, it's gonna explode, and you know how that old song and dance goes. Oh, that's right. Oh, I guess it only does it with a new game. Well, I was surprised. They're totally safe until they actually get there, and I touch the magical orb of death, and they explode. It's, you know what's really cool? I think the thing is called the Orb of Destruction, but it was not originally used to destroy things. It was originally used to open and close rifts between the Fade and the living world. So it was literally used for something it should not have been used for, because of a certain someone who needs an ass kicking. Oh cool, we're starting oil. Starting right in the shit. Oh yeah, he teleports. Remember that. I remember that. Up. I forget that is his main mode of transportation, is to teleport around the room like a dick. And in a minute he'll summon some monsters. Every time his life gets down to a certain amount. Oh, shut up. You're such a friggin' negative Nancy. Yep, here he goes. He's summoning monsters. And he's a jerk. No! Keep them off me. You gotta keep them off me, guys. I have to close it. Or I have to disrupt it. He's actually behind us. Right there, doing his thing. He's a consistent problem. I think he does it a couple times. So what do you guys want? Are you shitting me? My tank is dead. I hate when that shit happens. Hi, bitch. Should be teleporting. There he goes.
Your efforts are futile. This world's already lost.
Ah! No, I don't like to make new friends. No friend for— ow, shit, I'm being chased down by the freaking demon of death. I need to disrupt it. Fuck off. Come on. Is there one left? Okay. I was like, where is he? Gotta remember he's behind us. So how you guys been? I know I asked you that a minute ago in the other video, but I really want to know how you guys have been. I always want to know how you guys are. Just make sure you're doing okay. If you need any support, you know, I'm here to give it, of course. You guys been watching any new shows? Anything interesting and intriguing? You know, anything like that? As soon as I'm done here, I gotta go watch, I'm gonna go watch Ajin. What? Okay. No. Come on, he's almost dead. Fuck you. Suck it, Alexius. We did it!
You
wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice.
No.
Oh, Alexius.
I'm sorry, Dorian.
This Alexius was too far gone. But the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used to...
Silver lining, Dorian.
I think it's the same one
Gotta
we made
find
him
that
in
silver
Rathus.
lining, honey.
That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
He does a lot of
hour?
this,
That's impossible. You must go now.
like self-deprecating type stuff, you know, where I think because of everything that's happened to Dorian, it's hard for him to find the silver lining in anything.
You cannot stay here.
We ain't gonna. We're gonna go.
We'll hold the outer door. When they get past us, it'll be your turn.
No, I won't let you commit suicide.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day
Yeah,
never
because of
comes.
everything that's happened to Dorian, it's hard for him to find a silver lining. But he doesn't see that if he hadn't ran away from home, then he never would have met the Inquisitor nor become part of the Inquisition. It's messed up how shitty his parents were, but he only got to be here because he was different than everyone else in his country.
Closes. I am shielded by flame.
So yeah, silver lining.
Andraste, guide me. Make
I love this
take me
sequence.
to your side.
You move, and we all die!
Eliana's such a badass. I love how it's been like 10 seconds. What up, bitch?
You'll have to do better than that.
He's like, holy shit. My friends are just sitting there like, what happened?
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe, and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix. It's going to be all right, Father. You'll die. Everyone dies.
That's the thing, though, is when you go into the future, what happened to Felix was really messed up. I understand he wanted to save his son, but he went about it in a really bad way, and Corypheus played on that fact.
Well,
but
I'm glad that's over with.
the biggest thing he could have done for his son was spend every moment with him that he had left, instead of doing what he did. That would have been the greatest gift to his son. Dorian's like, alright.
We'd like to discuss
Hey.
your views of our hospitality.
There's Yell's boy.
Your
I do
Majesty,
love how he gets kind
when
of
we
salty,
offered the Mage
and then like he
sanctuary,
sends you
we
a
did
letter
not give
later.
them the right to drive
Like,
our people
sorry.
from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your wealth. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
Man,
We have hundreds who
your
need
freaking
protection.
son just gave you the
Where would we go?
business.
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
Of
I know
course.
you are a mage, but consider how these rebels have acted. They must be conscripted, not coddled.
They have lost all possible supporters. The Inquisition is their only remaining chance for freedom.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
You're our allies.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss this later.
Cassandra.
I pray that
She's
the
like,
rest of the Inquisition honors
ooh,
your
if you didn't
promise
have
then."
that mark, I would slap you
Greed threatens
silly.
all of Thedas.
You already have.
We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it
And
without it.
don't mind that
Any
light
chance
that
of
just
success
appeared.
requires your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
It would be really sad.
We accept.
Knowing how
It would
pissed
be
off your son
madness
is at
not
you
to.
like that, when she didn't even realize what was going
I will
on.
gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven.
He's
The
mad
breach
because
will
it
be
put his
closed.
people in danger.
You will not regret giving us this chance.
I know. Because I'll stab you if you do something stupid. You have to know that. Stabby stab, knife knife. Listen, Cassandra, the only thing we're going to talk about is what we're having for dinner tonight. She's so mad. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? Should have taken Varric. Then again, Sarah was still upset about it. She was like, how could you? I'm sorry that you hate magic so much. You know, maybe if you spent more time learning about the good side of magic, you would actually learn to appreciate it, because there's not a lot of
It's not a matter
terrible
for debate.
things.
There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance,
Oh, hello.
it makes the Inquisition
You guys talking
appear
about me again?
incompetent at
Probably.
best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
We're not monsters. We can control ourselves without any outside help.
This is not an issue of self-control. Even the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The
Thank
sole
you.
point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to
I've
enjoy
been
the
listening the
circular
whole
arguments.
time. I love it. Cassandra's
Closing the
like,
breach is all that
I will
matters.
slap you, pretty boy.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
I love you, Dorian.
One battle at a
I
time.
love you.
It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the
You
front.
and the Labrador Retriever
Join
that
us.
is Cullen.
None of this means anything without you or Mark, after all.
There goes my nap. Nah, I want to hang
Thank
out
you.
with my boys and
I'd be honored
girls.
to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh,
Ooh.
didn't I mention?
You're gonna
The
stay with
South
me?
is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
Oh, ha ha. I bet you do. I am glad you're staying.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with. Future or present.
True that.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
We'll try
I'll
not
begin
to.
preparations to march on the sun.
I make no
Make a
promises
will,
about
and
time
mages will be
travel.
enough to grant it.
We might just stumble into another one of those. Alright, I'm gonna level up. And then I got missions to do, but first I want to go talk to everyone about what happened. Let's see here. Let us up my fire. Burns hotter and has a shorter cooldown time. Cool. Emulate no longer has a cooldown, but casting it multiple times in succession costs additional mana. Let's go ahead and do Wildfire. Who else gets to level up? My girl. Yep. Sarah. Ooh, Leaping Shot is another one of my favorites. Dorian. Let's get you some more electricity. Ooh, Vivienne. I'll auto level her. I always auto her up. Solus, we'll go ahead and auto you. Okay. Savey time. Because you never know what might happen. Oh my god, that was intense. Alright, first things... Wait, I want to talk to Vivienne first. She's back here. Vivienne! Vivienne. Miss Salt. The queen of salt.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
Train our people, but keep it a secret. Let the mages think they're not being watched.
I like the way you think, darling. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages.
While I don't like the fact that the mages are being spied on, I feel like to make sure that everyone has peace of mind, it's just something you gotta do and something you gotta deal with.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not so much an opinion as grasping the obvious. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
The Dalish get along just fine without Templars or Circle Towers.
As I understand it, the elves limit their risk by refusing to have more than 3 mages in a clan. Tell me, what becomes of the Dalish youngster who is not appointed first or second?
If a clan can't raise the mage, they're sent to another that's in need of a first or second.
And if there are no clans in need of a new apprentice? For those who value survival, sentimentality is not an option.
She also has this thing where she doesn't like the sentimental, but she's probably one of the most sentimental characters in the game.
What future do you see for mages?
Chantry pisses me off. Let's do that.
Mages shouldn't be kept out of the Chantry. Who knows the dangers of magic better than a mage?
Damn straight.
A curious idea. Such twists and turns your mind takes.
But there's all kinds of stuff up in there. Just corkscrewing around. My brain hurts from it, but it's fine.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your Illyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
Yeah, of course they did.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one.
They're a bunch of wieners, so don't worry about it. Hi, Josephine.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised
Are the mages also addicted to lyrium? Because they take it too.
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than
but they don't seem to talk about it like an addiction as much as they do with the Templars.
Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of compartmentalizing.
Is it like different for mages, I wonder?
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline.
Yeah, but they are stupid. I'm just saying.
Orlane, Rivara, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
I'm just gonna sit down. I've been standing all day.
And Rasti's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point.
Dalish.
Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin.
Hmm.
We must learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
Planning to steer the history of the world, Ambassador Montilier?
I believe the Inquisition
No,
is
it's
already
your
charting
job.
that course.
Shut up.
Which brings
Maybe.
me to a question,
Whoa,
if you have
your
a moment.
legs.
The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach.
I
If it were up to you, how would
don't
you...
know. That's what I would say.
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon.
She's like,
But
we're
if your mother
always freaking going at it. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if a miracle from Andraste saved me any more than they do.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply.
I don't care what they believe.
A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer.
They're not my problem. They're just a bunch of friggin' hard-headed, salty bitches. Aren't they?
Greetings.
I don't really have anything to say
Let's
to you.
speak later.
Sorry.
Farewell.
I gotta go talk to my... I don't know if I... Did I get anything for you? There you go. You're welcome. I'm gonna go talk to people now. See you later. Yay, influence. I do love when people talk about... Like, I'll hear people talking about how magic can be used for good, and I'm like, yes, why don't more people talk about that?
Your open support for the Mages likely earned you enemies.
Don't care.
Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified...
Everyone hates me, I don't give a crap.
We may still turn this to our advantage.
You're not planning assassinations, are you?
I was planning to unleash Josephine on them. Kills with kindness.
She is very polite in her
Regardless,
savagery.
I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the Mages.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
She knew what was at stake. And she did it anyway because it's the kind of person she is.
And I would do it again.
That is my thank you. I have to thank her. Because what she did was... I mean, not only was it incredibly risky, but...
Thanks for checking anyway.
You know, if it hadn't worked... Oh, I need to go back here. If it hadn't worked, and I hadn't been able to go back, then it would have been for nothing. But she took that risk because she knew it had to be taken.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit, that's a twist.
Put that twist in your new book, brah.
One thing you saw in the future worries me.
Brah.
I mean, it was all bad.
It was awful.
But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad.
It's a whole other bad.
Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for Red Lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff.
It's true.
This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's an accomplishment.
Oh, and if I get quiet sometimes, I'm trying to let you guys listen to the dialogue. It's not because I have nothing to say, it's just I want you guys to be able to hear over my voice.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Stab people.
I was planning to put my feet
get
up
stabby.
and grab a nap. You?
Whatever I do, it'll be as far from Cassandra as I can get.
I love that.
Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy.
He's like...
If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
He's just like, I stay away from her because if you don't, she'll freaking shake you to death. It's Go talk to Miss Sarah.
Well, that's mages all over. So many roads. I bet all of Ferelden lost their curses. I'll just be the other side of Haven. Just in case.
These mages are here to aid the Inquisition. Don't worry.
Sure.
It's just her fear of magic.
Magic up there, magic down here. So what's to worry about? I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Oh, actually, maybe I should ask her about her friends before I leave her.
You apparently have a lot of friends. Tell me about your network.
Again, hasn't changed.
Are you just about pranks and revenge, or is there more to it?
Well, it's a weed, right?
Mhm.
I grease the ballroom, so a Wyvern chasing Git has to hunt Spring. Strangely, handmaids leave his vault open. His heirlooms pay off someone else. Maybe clean streets in Kirkwall, so someone gets something else. Pish, pish, pish. A lot of people eventually get help or a laugh. Or maybe someone dead, if they deserve it.
I'm glad I met you before someone decided what I deserved.
You're no hateful ass so far. I'd just get you with a pie or something. Anyway, assassin's a bard's job, innit? No fun, that. They might plonk a noble, right? But only to raise another. Plus, I'm shy at singing.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, innit?
Sarah's great. She's like, I like you. I'd probably just hit you with a pie. I'm like, I can accept that. I can accept the pie to the face. Hello, things that are gonna get in my way later. Hey, tell us. Tell us.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent.
Talk to me.
They should be able to seal the breach.
Yep.
You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fae?
Dorian was sure.
Ugh.
Impossible as it seemed.
Disapproved.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed.
I should have picked the second one. I'm a mage, I'd know. He'd be fine with that.
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Callan and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One.
For?
You have now interfered with his plans twice.
Nah.
Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes,
And
now again at Redcliffe.
Yeah.
A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
True.
Greetings.
And he has nothing to say.
We'll talk later.
I guess we'll talk when our freaking base explodes. He's so salty. I gotta go stare at the sky some more. Hi, Dorian.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
Maybe with enough magic. Oh, by the way, you can flirt with Dorian here, but I don't know if they fixed the glitch in the game yet. There was this glitch that if you flirted with him here, it would glitch out you flirting with him later, and you just could not get in a relationship with him. So I'm just gonna wait to do that until Haven is exploded. So yeah.
Give me time. I'm sure I'll surprise you.
I suspect that's untrue. Unless you strip yourself naked and allow the Chantry to flog you into repentance.
How much we betting?
That would surprise me. I do wonder if you've considered what
A bet.
the support of you can do for mages in general. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Oh, is that so terrible?
What would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first.
Mm.
Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the Sun.
Can I get a drink,
Templars,
guys?
proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Let's talk about dear Dorian.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Ooh.
Beyond that.
So scary.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
That too. I hadn't noticed. Ooh, if you say so.
You certainly think highly yourself.
It's true. I could be more modest, but I deny it. Now,
True.
what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Well, it doesn't matter what they think because you're part of the Inquisition and my boy, so you don't have to worry about that stuff.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see?
I'm getting the impression you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
It just seems so much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
Well, it's got a lot of shit going on. I mean, of course, so does this place.
For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
This is one of those things, like, I was really sad when he decided to go back home, but I understood his need to go back home because he wants to make it better. So it's something that he had to do. It wasn't something he was, you know, forced to do. It's something that he absolutely had to do.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters.
I love his voice actor. He's so good. This is the best.
If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
Delicious. This is kind of like how people talk about elves in this, though. They're like, a lot of the regular people are like, ooh, elves are wild, dangerous animals. They'll just kill you on the spot and eat your babies. It's the same thing that happens with anyone from Tevinter. They meet someone from Tevinter and they just assume they're all evil. So, like, he has to deal with that on the daily.
What do you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
They have an incredibly talented son.
I think I've heard enough.
That they don't want anything to do with because he's gay. And it's very, very sad.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
No. I saw him before they locked him up.
Jeez, screaming birds.
Despondent. Broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Well, he, like I said, he was twisted because of his need to take care of his son.
Is that the correct word here?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Don't have Dalish clans coming northward, for obvious reasons. So I've never met one of your people before, although I've heard about them.
Well, hello.
I hope this won't be an issue between us. I am here to help you deal with
Allow me to be the first to say, "What up? Don't believe all the lies."
And I appreciate your help, Dory.
Excellent. Mutual appreciation is a grand way to begin.
Okay, I'll talk to him about the Imperium in a little bit. We are gonna go on a new mission! Wait, have I talked to... Oh, I need to talk to Cassandra and Cullen real quick, and then we can head off back to the hinterlands, because we need to pick up Blackwall. And then we need to head to the Storm Coast so we can get the Iron Bull. And I'm gonna try and do all the missions in the hinterlands before I start doing all the other missions in different places. Oh, she's getting in a fight with somebody. Hey Cassandra, want me to punch him? I'll do it. I'll mage punch him.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with
She's like,
Commander
be a
Cullen.
bitch about it.
No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
Mm-hmm.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
She expects everyone to pull their own weight. And she's right. They're not babies. They can take care of themselves and they can help out.
It never ends, evidently.
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be
I love how
made.
she's like, oh, sorry, I wasn't
And
trying to be
here we
preachy.
are.
I love
wish
it.
I could say this was my doing.
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
That's another great thing, is that I love that she's willing to admit when she's wrong. Like, a lot of the characters, not our team, but like other side characters just aren't. They won't be like, oh, I was wrong, but Cassandra's one of those that realizes that sometimes she comes off a little like more harsh than she means to. Hi, Colin. How you doing?
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Probably not.
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. You have a problem with me as well.
Of course not. I have no intention of endangering your alliance, but I must ensure the safety.
It's understandable, Colin.
That concern extends to the mages. They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you. Any precautions taken are meant to aid you, nothing more. I hope you will accept them as such.
Of course. I mean, he's really trying. He went through a lot in the other game, in Dragon Age 2. So he has this like inherent like worry about magic. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know how Sarah is like wholly against magic. Well, it's kind of the same concept. Cullen was tortured. Not only that, but he's dealing with his lyrium addiction. So he has like this just worry. It's not like a paranoid, like he hates mages just because they're mages and they do magic and they should all be killed. He doesn't believe that. He just has a legitimate worry. Like Sarah is like fearful of the mages to the point of paranoia. Alright, we're gonna go back to the hinterlands. Grab our boy Blackwall. And do some of the other quests there. I hope you guys are enjoying all the choices that I'm making. I do. It's hard for me to be mean. You'll learn that anytime you watch me play games where I'm given a choice to do something. It's hard for me to be mean. It's incredible how many passages remained undiscovered even after the Chantry's arrival, and they scoured every inch of these mountains for years in search of anything related to the sacred ashes. The cult didn't build all of this. It was here long before, and who knows how many years it would take to find it all. Of the new passages uncovered during the search, most were long empty or contained goods far beyond salvage. A few, however, yielded some artifacts of interest, and one evidently contained strange runes we have yet to translate. If we can find someone capable of doing so, they might prove of use. Dorian, just call him in here. Oh, did I have anyone on the other side over here at all? Okay, no, I didn't. There's no exclamation point. What we got? Truth or Dare, Lake Celestine, Grand Cleric Iona, Grand Cleric Iona. While the Chantry is ostensibly the Inquisition's ally, a cleric has arisen as the leader of those who oppose it. Grand Cleric Iona of Cumberland has quietly gathered them around her, giving her an early lead in the race to become the next divine. Should she succeed, this could mean a resumption of widespread opposition to the Inquisition, as well as danger to the Herald of Andraste. I just love Cullen's like, let's just go arrest her. It's like, Cullen, honey. I kind of want Josephine to handle this one, if I'm being honest. I mean, hers is a faster way. Cullen's is really, you know, I'll let Josephine handle this one.
At your service.
Lake Celestine. A note is written at the bottom. Comte de Moir and Marquis Courtemanche, both spending money like water, which to pursue. Okay, once we come back, I'll let Josephine handle that one. What we got here? Answer a request from Hashmal. I understand the Inquisition is working with Redcliffe's mages. I'm surprised someone from Kirkwall would condone any arrangement with them, but it does put you in a position to aid us. Hashmal's circle sustained significant damage during the uprising. Rather than follow the Lord's Seeker, many of our Templars elected to remain and deal with the aftermath, but our resources are limited. Furthermore, we have loyalist mages with us. Hamshal's people would happily throw them to the wolves even though they had nothing to do with the rebellion. As it stands, I fear we may fail in our duty to protect them. I trust you sympathize with our predicament. I humbly request our charges be transferred to the Inquisition. Yep, you go do it, Cullen. This is all about you, buddy. What's this? And we'll let her take care of that. And then we are going to head over to the hinterlands. Yes. Here we go. I get my dream team. I get my dream team. My boy, Cassandra and Solus. I'm just gonna keep referring to him as my boy. I love him. He's just the best. It's like I've said, I have so much love and respect for a character who is just amazingly sassy, and he just knows it, you know, and he owns this, like, this sassiness, and he knows he's beautiful, and he'll tell you to your face as many times as he has to until you start believing it. I love it. And his voice actor does an amazing job at portraying him. I mean, all the voice actors and actresses are amazing, but Dorian's is by far my favorite. He's just really good at it, especially his laughs and stuff like that, and when he's like embarrassed or when he's like unsure. He's just very good at it, and I appreciate it. See if we have anything. Oh, I think I already, that's right, I did. I changed you into stuff earlier. Did I pick up any new weapons? Ooh, Staff of Stasis. Let's do that. His is already pretty good. What about Solus? I wish you could use the Bleeder of Souls. Where's the one he's equipped with? Okay. We'll give you the Keeper's Ice Staff. Where's Cassandra? No, I don't want you using big stuff. It's good for magic, but it's bad for, like, other things. I think that's what that means. It has defense against magic and not swords. We'll just let her go ahead and keep the one she has on. It's better that way. Oh, I've heard some. There we go. Okay. Off to get Blackwall. We're not doing that quest right now, so shut up. Nope. And if we find here, I'll mark this one and oh, I guess I can't mark 2. Lame. Okay, let's go get him. You guys can just chat away. We're gonna take this way down. Woo! By the way, this is where you find out, like, Dorian talks about, like, how much he hates camping. He's like, I hate camping. It's like, I'm sorry. He also doesn't like the ocean. He gets, motion sick. Which, same, man. I get, motion sickness sometimes when we're driving. Not when I'm driving, but when Josh is driving. I just get motion sick sometimes, and it absolutely sucks. There's actually a lot of little missions we can do here in the hinterlands. Oh, I gotta go pick up the horse guy too. Let's go. We'll do both of those if we can. I have Dorian now, so I can use him to to manipulate the guy. Which, it's some of the funniest shit, because, like, you're like, Dorian, say something manipulative, and he's like, well, I guess we'll just get horses from Tevinter. I mean, after all, who needs horses from here? Tevinter's horses are so much better. And the guy's like, you wounded me, and you have done a very good job at manipulating. Uh-huh. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to save it. It wouldn't. I pushed the start button like 3 times before it let me. Okay. We're gonna take the shortcut and we're gonna kill some fools. Go do some stuff. I know he's all the way over there, but I figure I'm closer to Dennett than I am to Blackwall. So we'll go. There's actually also a spot, yeah, back in there. You see those guys are right there? And there's like a little area. Let's see. As soon as you finish doing this stuff, as soon as you finish, I think the 2 little quests with having to find the Mage place and having to find the Templar's base. Ow! Oh, they killed him. Ow! He knocked me over. Yeah, once you find both the Templar and... Ooh, a key. Oh, I need one of those. That's right. I need 5 of those. I think you see less of... What the hell? Where did you go? Whoa! No, no. No! I'm like, no, don't touch me. I'm a mage. I have 0 defense. I love that I can just burn people to death. Don't take that out of context. It means nothing. Well, don't step in those. It's dangerous to step in those. Oh, are they dead yet? No, Cassandra, I swear to freaking Magey Christ. Why are you always getting yourself in trouble? Is there a mage behind me? There is! Would you look at that? Death to you. Jeez. All I'm trying to do is walk around and do important things. Throwing off my groove. Anyway, there's also a house back here somewhere too that has some goings on inside of it. Where is it? There it is. That cave has like a crap ton of like mages in it. There's also one with some ice around it. Actually, maybe that's not the one. I think it's the one with the ice around the entrance, and I'll deal with that later. but there's like a bunch of mages in it, and it's like when you find all the shards for a certain area, it opens a little doorway in there, so... I love Cassandra. She just, like, they'll be coming, like, straight at me, and she just finds a way to immediately distract. She's like, don't you fucking touch him. He belongs to me, bitch. He's my friend, not yours. While sometimes that power gets on my nerves, it's useful. Because if I have someone, like, coming at me, and I'm like, oh shit, then she'll just, like, whip them with her grabby chain and, like, pull them towards her. So then they have, like, no choice but to engage her instead of worrying about me. I want to get over here before I have to stop. I want to get Horsemaster Dennett, and then that'll be it. I don't have my horse yet, so it's a really long run to get over there. That's okay. And I don't want to go messing around down at the end of the waterfall yet. There are 2 Fade Rifts over there. And one of them is a pain in the ass, and the other one has wolves attached to it. So I try not to do that one until... Oh, there's an exclamation point. Until I am more confident in my power and stuff, because it's kind of a... Is this the guy who was hunting bears? No. Something about demon apostates. I'll read that later. I can always go into my thing. I'll find Blackwall in a minute, but first I want to get Horseman. Horseman! Oh yeah, that's right. I have to get a mission from him first. Well, I guess we'll just pick up the mission, and then that'll be it for today. For Dragon Age Inquisition. Because he's like, I need you to go and take care of the rift with the wolves in it. It's like, oh... Okay, I guess I can do that. There's one right here back behind their property just freaking chilling here. Another exclamation point.
This must be Master Dennett.
Yeah, I think he's in here. Open!
We should search the area.
I will in a minute. I didn't.
So you're the Inquisition, eh?
Yes.
Here you're trying to bring order back.
Trying.
My time some of it. Never thought it'd be a Halla rider from the Wildlands, though.
Thanks,
Name's Dennis.
I think.
I served Arleman for 30 years as Horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment.
No.
I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap.
Nah.
You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
Alright.
That sounds more than reasonable.
Glad to hear it. My wife Elena manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need.
Very well.
Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow neck they gave you.
Thank you.
Chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden Forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
Thank you. Alright, guys. That is going to be it for today for Dragon Age Inquisition. We now have our horse, who's over there, and we are, yeah, ready to do the missions for these people, so then we can get him to come with us. And I might just do those, maybe a couple of them just off, you know, the recording and stuff, just so I can get them done so we can progress. But I love you guys, and thank you for coming in and watching another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. You guys are awesome, and I will see you over at Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, alright? Bye!